Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome to today's Wild Rift video. In this video, we're going to be checking out a new build I've been trying on Ashe. When I was watching the Wild Rift League Asia final with G2 Blacklist versus Keep Best Gaming, one of their duo lane carries went for this very interesting Ashe build, which I'm trying out in this video. I spoke about already how Ashe cannot really be a carry as such, and I still agree with that statement. I don't think she's going to deal the most amount of damage compared to someone like, I don't know, Xayah, Draven, you know, any champion like that. But there are some ways in which you can build Ashe to still deal a lot of damage. I'm going to show you the build that I'm running on screen now, just briefly. You can see that we're going for a more aggressive Ashe build. We're not going for any utility like Mana Immune or anything like that. We're going for Kraken Slayer, which is extremely powerful on Ashe when we're going for this more attack speed focused build. Bloodthirster, Phantom Dancer, and also NASHOR'S Tooth. Now, I wanted to talk briefly about NASHOR'S Tooth, but you can see how aggressive we're playing here. Early, nice, quick, little, easy first blood here in the early game. But I wanted to talk quickly about NASHOR'S Tooth because this item doesn't really get used that much. The only champion it really gets used on is Gwen, just because she likes the attack speed and the on-hit damage. As for other champions, don't really use it as much. So I wanted to give it a try really on Ashe because I saw it being built in Wild Rift League Asia. And honestly, it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good as an early game spike for Ashe. However, it does fall off a little bit in the later stage of the game. So maybe when you're at full items, it's probably best to sell it and buy it for something else. Yeah, you could play quite aggressive early game with Ashe because you are running Kraken Slayer as well. You do a pretty decent amount of base damage. As you can see here, we're going for an invade because we do have Lee Sin as well. Getting another quick and easy kill. Tristana for some reason walks up as well. Not really too sure why, but Tristana also uses flash. So both flash gone in the bot lane as well. But you can use your second ability volley in the early game with Ashe to poke out quite a bit in terms of damage, and also your first ability, if you can get that fully stacked up and get that huge massive amount of burst damage, again, because the extra attack speed you're getting is going to mean that you're going to proc Kraken Slayer more often, which means that you're going to do extra true damage, which is really, really nice. Goes on Tristana here. A little bit lucky that my Lee Sin unfortunately dies, but getting the trade kill anyway onto Tristana is really, really nice. Honestly, just Tristana in general is really, really far behind. Already lost about 2 or 3 waves of minions, and losing minions now feels extremely bad in duo lane. You really have to time the time going back to base, because when you're losing all these minions in the laning phase, there's no more cannon minions anymore that can really tank up the damage from the towers. You've only got these new bazooka minions or whatever you want to call them. So it's quite difficult actually to get into a situation where you have to go back to base, but then you're losing a whole wave of minions at times. So you do have to be extremely careful when you're going back to base now. But overall, pretty good start. Lee Sin got an early game lead over the Hecarim, which is really nice. I really hate this Hecarim champion. This Hecarim champion is really frustrating. I tried to use an arrow across the map, but unfortunately my Lee Sin's too low on health. Tried to get a cross map ultimate there to try and get some cheeky outplays, but unfortunately nothing going there. So just going to keep trading. You can see that if I auto attack a few times, I do a lot of damage with Ashe at times, especially because we've got 2 squishy champions down the bot lane. I see some people sometimes building Blade of the Ruined King on Ashe. I don't know. I don't like Blade of the Ruined King in general. I think the item just doesn't give you enough attack damage. You do get quite a bit of attack speed, and to be honest, in this meta, I can see going Blade of the Ruined King as a viable option. Say, for example, you're against, like, I don't know, a Tank Malphite top, a Dr. Mundo jungle, and like an Alistar support. Then I could see, you know, going Blade of the Ruined King as a very viable option, because you still do that percentage damage based on how much health an enemy champion has. But in this game, we're not really against a lot of tanks, so we don't really need to go for it, but it definitely can be another viable option. Lee Sin down the bot lane again. Just going to tank the tower for a little bit, but I didn't really need to. Hecarim's here as well. Just going to exhaust him, and he also goes down. So really aggressive early game that we were playing here. I mean, when you're playing Tristana, you are kind of weak during the early game. You can't really offer too much in the early game with Tristana. Xayah can do a little bit in terms of her poke, but again, 2 really squishy champions. We also have Senna as our support. Again, another champion that is incredibly powerful. And we take the first tower of the game after 4.5 minutes. So Really nice way in which you can use like Senna's poke and also Ashe's poke at the same time down in the dual lane. You can use it on top of each other, or you can use it as like a really powerful. I think Senna also has Kraken Slayer, so you have double Kraken Slayer bot lane. You have insane poke with Ashe's volley and also Senna's first ability. So there are multiple ways in which we can easily win. I mean, this is a really strong dual lane bot lane. You know, double Kraken Slayer really allows you to win the early game, because Kraken Slayer is still a more early game rune rather than a late game rune. The rune still doesn't scale as much, even though they buffed it quite a bit to scale pretty decently into the mid and late game. It still doesn't scale that much. Just looking towards the dragon here, I can see that the Hecarim is doing dragon. Not really going to contest this though. There's no reason for me to contest this dragon at all. I'm just gonna, you know, see what they're doing and just try and keep track of it, basically. Ulti onto the Hecarim here. Should get another auto attack. Wait, did we not kill Hecarim? Oh, we did kill Hecarim in the end. Double kill for the Senna. I honestly think Senna is still a great support as well. Again, if you can win the early game, she is really powerful. Unfortunately, she dies though. That's still okay. Twisted Fate gets the kill as well. Yeah, you're going to be seeing me running Nashor's Tooth this game, which I don't think is a bad item at all. I still think Bloodthirster is the best item for Ashe. Just because, like, I don't know, this Bloodthirster item overall, I'm very surprised they haven't nerfed it or even touched it at all, to be fair. I'm extremely surprised. I really thought that they would, you know, at least touch the item and at least go into a scenario where you get less AD and less attack speed when you're super high on health. I was kind of like comparing the items, really, you know, Runa's Hurricane versus Nashor's Tooth, like which one is the best option for Ashe, because Runa's Hurricane still has a great connection kind of really with Ashe, because your spread damage on Runa's Hurricane works towards your slow, your passive, so Runa's Hurricane can still work out extremely well. Unfortunately, my Lee Sin gets the kill, so I don't get the Ashe arrow on there, but I had the right idea though to try and get the extra damage off. I'm gonna get cheeky another kill here down in bot lane, which is quite nice. But yeah, I was kind of comparing the two items in general, and Nashor's Tooth actually gives you more attack speed and more damage. So I think Nashor's Tooth is a great option compared to Runa's Hurricane. Like I said, Runa's Hurricane is still a really good item, especially if you're against like multiple melee carries, because that spread damage can be really impactful. With Ashe as well, with the slows, it's really good. But I wanted to give Nashor's Tooth a try because I saw it getting played, and I think it does a lot more in terms of single target damage. And I think that is definitely a way in which you can try and, you know, win. If you have a good single target damage, you already have your Ashe ultimate and everything else. I need 300 gold to try and get Nashor's Tooth. Hecarim's still doing Hecarim things. Land the ultimate. Just get the slow as well. You can see that with Ashe, I'm not using my first ability as much because I'm waiting until I get the fully stacked on the first ability, so I get the extra charges, which I think is very important, because you don't want to use your second ability straight away, because if you use the second ability straight away, sorry, your first ability straight away, I should say, if you use your first ability straight away, then you're actually going to be losing out completely on a lot of damage, because you can see the number just above the first ability. That's how many stacks you have. So every single time you auto attack, them stacks go up. So when you use the ability, that's how much, you know, blade of arrows that you're going to get over time. You'll see me activate it early sometimes because an enemy champion's really low on health and I just need that quick burst damage. But most of the time you don't want to use it too much until you get up to, you know, 6 stacks, which is the maximum stacks. You can see here, I get up to 6 stacks. I know I have the upgraded version now. It does, you can see here, if I don't auto attack anyone, it does actually go down over time, but it still gives you quite a long time to be able to do it. I had the ultimate here, but I can't really do anything else, unfortunately. Get the kill onto Zyra. I think I might. I think that's a bit too far. I wanted to flash, but I also didn't want to flash forward. I wanted to flash past the Zyra ultimate, but I was like, if I flash, I'm flashing on top of a Riven. That probably isn't the best plan. So I was like, okay, I'll just take the Zyra ultimate and then I'll flash away afterwards. A little bit of a difficult scenario to be in. You can see even my sustain and everything as well. Like, it's just so disgusting how much sustain you have with this item. This Bloodthirster item is disgusting. We somehow still live. I don't know how. Like, look, the level up saved us. The level up saved us. I don't know how we survived that. 1 HP, the Riven flashed forward or dashed forward to ignite me, and I survived on 1 HP. Pretty crazy. Yeah, I've been trying this sort of build where you go on hit Ashe more than crit Ashe. You still want to go Mortal Reminder for the crit. I think if you have like 50% crit, it's probably not that bad. Because Ashe works a lot with, you know, on hit damage. And a lot of attack speed. You know, getting attack speed with Ashe is really, really good. Especially because you're going Kraken Slayer as well. You know, attack speed on top of Kraken Slayer, on top of her first ability, also giving her more attack speed, just means that you can proc Kraken Slayer and just do really, really well. I tried to land the ultimate here, but this Hecarim unit is just too fast, unfortunately. So do get a bit caught out here. Trying to do a bit of damage. You can see in terms of my damage, though, I'm still doing quite a lot in terms of damage. And also Nash's Tooth as well also gives us that on hit damage. So I think we get like extra AP damage depending on how much bonus attack damage we have, or something like that. I can't remember the item exactly. But still, really, really good. I think we're just trying to close out the game here. 5-0 and 7. I think I actually went flawless in this game as well, if I remember this game. Completely flawless. Nothing else left to happen. Yeah, we still got Mortal Reminder. I need 150 gold for Mortal Reminder. I get a little bit of gold now. Yeah, 30 gold from these things now, which is quite a lot. It's actually quite nice that I get 30 gold for that. I don't think I'm killing the Riven here. Yeah, the Riven's just going to dodge my my Ashe ultimate. I think the one tip I would give with Ashe ultimate, because I struggle sometimes with Ashe ultimate as well. I don't think you can ever have an easy time with Ashe ultimate. I think it's all about trying to kind of wait to sway the Ashe ultimate, if that makes sense. So you want to use the Ashe ultimate, and you don't want to move the Ashe ultimate until right at the end, because when you move the Ashe ultimate, that's when it gets extremely difficult, because you're moving it and then you're trying to get it back on track, and then that's where it starts to sway and all over the place, and you basically lose control of the ultimate. I think if you just use your ultimate, you wait until like the last second to be able to move it left or right. I think that's the best way of using it, because like I said, if you use it right at the end, then it just gets way too difficult. You can see here, we're getting the Baron. A little bit of a distraction for my team. Some of them unfortunately died, but Fox is a pretty good distraction. Decent gonna jump in. I'm not too sure what the Riven was doing there, to be fair. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be fine here, and then the Riven just jumps on top of me. I'm able to flash away. I'm still able to do enough damage. I mean, I probably didn't even need to flash away. I kind of made a mistake, I think, flashing away there. I tried to flash away because I didn't want to get hit by the Riven ulti and also the knock-up. Because if you get hit by the knock-up with Riven, you're pretty much dead. Knock-up into stun, you're pretty much dead. I can't defend this mid lane tower. No point me stepping up here. I made the right choice here and not stepping up for this mid lane tower. But I think it's all down to this next dragon. We already have 2 dragons, I think. So all down to this next one to see if we can get the soul. But for now, we're still doing okay. Decent amount of damage. Like I said, you can still play Ashe as a carry. I think a lot of people play Ashe with like Manamune, Black Cleaver, you know, more utility based, you know, trying to make Ashe more of a utility based champion, maxing your second ability, just spamming your second ability over and over again. And it definitely is an option, but with some of the changes that happened to Ashe quite recently, they nerfed her second ability quite a bit, so it doesn't have as short of a cooldown as before. It gives you more of an opportunity, and then it also buffed the first ability as well, so it gives you more opportunity to actually be more of a carry than anything else. Land the ultimate there onto the Zyra. Pretty much dead from that. I mean, I probably didn't even need to use my my Ashe ulti there, but it's still okay. This Orianna damage though is still disgusting, by the way. I have to be extremely careful with this Orianna damage. I don't even know what she has in terms of items. She probably only has like Ludens plus Seraph Embrace, if I were to be of guess. But look at the healing you get as well. Like the healing you get from Bloodthirster is like, this item really needs to be nerfed, honestly. I'm pretty sure every single AD carry right now just goes Bloodthirster, because this item is beyond disgusting. Absolutely beyond disgusting. Yeah, going back to base for probably one last time. Just gonna build towards Black Cleaver. I didn't actually go for Phantom Dancer in this game because I really wanted to try Nash's Tooth, but I think I would probably go Bloodthirster into Phantom Dancer and then go yeah, but then you probably go, maybe you just go Phantom Dancer as a oh, this is very risky. Maybe you go Phantom Dancer as a third item. That's probably the play. Yeah, I flashed it. I saw the Riven and I insta-flashed. I was like, nope, this is not happening today. I mean, this Riven is going very aggressive. I do have exhaust though, so I just need to make sure that I keep my distance. I have exhaust. Yeah, we can deal enough damage there. That's okay. Top lane Hib's also going to go down soon. I still have stasis. Hopefully I can still survive with stasis. I mean, I'm going to be extremely low here. Oh my. You know what that is? That's the Bloodthirster healing right there. That's the only reason how I was able to survive that, was the Bloodthirster healing. That is legit 1 HP in a dream. That's twice this game, by the way. I've been on 1 HP and I've somehow lived. I don't know how. Legit 1 HP in a dream. But we go towards Baron now because Hecarim's dead. Hecarim's nice and easy now. You can just take out Hecarim, take out the Baron. We do a lot of single target damage with our builds. Look at this flurry of arrows that you get with your first ability. It's so disgusting. I tried to... I'm not too sure why the Orianna stopped moving there. It was really, really weird. I actually wanted to try and stun the Orianna, but for some reason, she just stopped moving. I was like, okay, I'm going to predict her walking this way. I'm going to use the Ashe arrow here. And then she just stopped walking. So I was like, okay, whatever. Died anyway, so it's okay. Ethan's kind of low. Uses a kick away. It's fine. You can also see that the slows also benefit us quite a bit as well. Like the slows that you get from the passive. So again, like this game mostly has been just us picking off members of the enemy team like one by one, and not really a lot of team fights happening. Like not a lot of team fights happened in this game. So Nash's Tooth was a lot better option than Runa's Hurricane, because Runa's Hurricane is all about spread damage. It can help you wave clear a bit, but I still think you have enough wave clear even without Runa's Hurricane. So it's probably just Nash's Tooth as a second item, and then you can go into Phantom Dancer if you want more attack speed, which I think works out pretty well. 7, 0, and 12 in the end. You can see my damage as well. 28,000 damage, which is pretty good, to be fair. For an Ashe game, I mean, most damage in the game as well, I think is very, very surprising, because I did not think that I would be able to get that much damage on an Ashe game. But it was all about the early game lead. We got a really big early game lead from the Tristana, and just overall pretty good. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this gameplay anyway. Again, give this a try on Ashe. Let me know what you think. Nash's Tooth on Ashe is definitely a thing, and I think it's going to be very, very powerful, especially after seeing it a little bit beforehand. But yeah, early game aggression with both myself and also Senna, both having Kraken Slayer, both doing early game damage was really, really nice, and we was able to pretty much carry the rest of our team. Our set went 1-7 in top lane, but it was good enough. But yeah, appreciate you all tuning in for this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.